It looks very much like a, remnant of the British Raj, the pomp, the protocol, the bagels, the music, it's very, very, very protocol-like. It's beautiful, nevertheless. What strikes me is who's sitting next to Mr. Narendra Modi. First there is Rajnath Singh, then Amit Shah, then Mr. Gadkari, then a new gentleman, I think called Mr. Gowda. So these must be the four most important ministers of the new Modi government. Now, would it be possible that, like Mr. Vajpayee did, Mr. Modi would have a deputy prime minister? And would that be, Mr. Rajnath Singh, and then Amit Shah would be the home minister, and Mr. Gadkari maybe the finance minister or the external affairs ministers? I don't know, but I think it's very important to see who's sitting next to Mr. Modi, to the prime minister. And then about Smriti Irani, she came quite late in the, in the swearing. So in terms of protocol, what does it mean? Does it mean that she's going to get, as it's been mentioned in the show, not a very important portfolio, although maybe a cabinet minister? Mr. Javadekar used to be the human resource minister, also came quite late. So this strikes me as a, interesting things to note down, but maybe not the definite thing. But who's sitting next to Mr. Modi, I think, is most important at the moment.
Interesting you bring up the point of a deputy prime minister. We discussed that earlier today in the newsroom, and most agreed that Modi wouldn't want that. While Amit Shah remains his close aide, Modi likes a clear power structure and centralization of power, and he will not want to share it, even though a deputy prime minister may be just a designation. But I'd like to ask R.K. Upadhyay what his thoughts on the possibility of having a deputy prime minister is.
I don't think that it will be required at this point of time. And Mr. Modi, having had such a massive mandate, he will not be going in for a deputy PM. But, one more thing that is striking is Mr. Sadananda Gowda being number 4 or 5 there. What is he going to get? Last time he was given an important ministry like railways, but within 10 months he was changed because he could not cope with that ministry. And then he was given company affairs. Even there he was not very good, very comfortable, but Mr. Modi didn't drop him. He persisted with him and then gave him a less important portfolio like statistics. Now, for getting this kind of elevation, we don't know what kind of ministry he's going to get. Is he going to get some of the top 4 or 5? I would be very surprised that if he's given that. But if it's so, I think good luck to him.
Mr. Modi loves to trump the media. Maybe the seating order is just a way to confuse everyone. Who knows what cabinet berths he may have in mind for the individuals we are talking about. But Smriti Irani is an interesting choice, and so is it'll be interesting to see who gets the finance ministry, because that Professor Paranjpe, as we've discussed repeatedly, is going to be one of the core areas, and they need a seasoned hand. They need somebody who understands. This is not just another subject. Finance is very, very important. Economic policies are something that the government will have to focus on. Are you ready to place any bets on who could get that post?
My hunch is Nitin Gadkari, and I think he will make a fantastic Minister of Finance, because his record for roads and whatever he's done has been really one of the best in the last cabinet. He's achieved much more infrastructure fulfillment, and roads networks have increased.